Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today is Friday. Friday usually are different, so we'll go through that. Before we start, we have a disclosure. Please be aware the risk in the trading, and some traders can handle win and lose, and some will not. So there is a risk in the trading, and there is no guarantee that every trader will have a success in the trading. So please try to practice as much as you can on the sim before you use your real money. Today is a bit different on Fridays, and we will cover Friday. There's a little tricky on a Friday, so we will go approach what's going on Friday. For the ones the first time have been here, we are sharing our signals, and as long as at your own risk, we're not responsible for your trading. We're not collecting money. We're not collecting emails. We don't know who's out there. We just giving support to try to analyze the market while you're auto trading or you are manual trading. Uh, at the first column, it is that will give you a new signal, direction, pullback re-entry. You can re-enter the market, whether it's long or short. You can re-enter the market. Entry price, target, how many ticks from the last signal, not all day long, how many ticks from the last signal. As an example, we have an ES, we have an entry target. From the entry point to the target, right now we are 13 ticks. From that signal, 78 ticks from the NASDAQ, and is already 400. And then you can see the total right now. For this week, we've been very flat week, and we are averaging around 250 ticks. The market analyzer is based on 1 minute and one contract only. So when you see there is a NASDAQ one trade, there is a new signals coming in. As you see right now, we have a new signal on the YM, a new signal 30-year Treasury bond, and then now we have the Russell. So on the new signal, you can see, and the auto trade will take those trades. So and then you can see immediately the ticks, and when the auto trade or the system when they do the calculation, it also a plot for you target hit. So at the moment we are 240 ticks based on one contract each. Those are the most instruments traders use. The same story right now on the Forex. We are using 10,000, but also is a base on 1 minute. And we are showing all the instruments. You see good days and you see bad days. You see flat days. We have nothing to hide. We put all the instruments at one time. We use the same time frame. And then that system here on the market analyzer or Forex or stocks, you can use a full automated trade. You can use an ATM or an ATM strategy. All three have the same signal, and then it depends is how you wanted to control those trades or not. The blue market analyzer here, the blue market analyzer is based on a scalping. So this one here is just a scalping. We use two time frame on the scalping, either 1 minute conservative or 150 ticks aggressive. So those the only two time frame you use. However, we have a lot of traders, they use at different times. They use range, they use 288 ticks, they use 244 ticks, stay in the 150. But for the last 5 years, we've been using the same time frame. And I don't want to use today Renko and tomorrow 1 minute, and then the third day ticks. So we are consistent on those two time frame, and we show when the market is losing and when the market is winning. On the controller here on NinjaTrader 8 controller, what we are using the swing trading. On the swing trading, that also, as an example, if you take one of the charts on the swing trading is made to not take that many trades. And once we catch a trend, we catch a trend. This is an example on the gold. We're still on that trade. Today, I started around a little bit over 7 o'clock. If somebody want to know what time I start, I usually try to get up early in the morning to catch the DAX, but um, I don't have a certain time. Sometimes I start at 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, depends how fresh I am. But on a Friday, there is a different ball game. How you need to trade on Friday and the timing, it is really important on Friday. So we will be covering what to look for on a Friday. So this is right now the swing trading, and probably you will see it on the market. This one here, you will see it, the gold, and is right there. It is taking the trade, and also the 1 minute and the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes. So Friday usually you have to start a bit early on a Friday. There is two options when you wanted to trade and not to get into a lot of trouble. You gotta keep your eye on the 9:30 when the market is open, without a doubt, because this is where all the action happening. But the beauty about Friday is to start. If you really wanted to swing trade or you wanted to automate the trade on Fridays, you have two options: is before 3 hours before the market's open, and then probably you can catch the high time between 9:30 and 10:30 on the automated trade. But if you want it to be smooth, right, normally on a Friday around the 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm saying normally, it's not every Friday, the market, all those traders, 2 hours later in the trading, they start, or 3 hours, then they start fading out from the trading because it's a Friday. And actually, we have, at least I can speak to myself, me and a lot of older guys who have been trading for many years. If we missed out on the morning session, the early morning session, we wait till this noise gets out of the way, and then you can actually cruise control with that. You can automate the on a Friday around 12:30, 1 o'clock, whether you like scalping, swing trading. Normally, after 1 o'clock, when all those noises goes away, then you have a smooth ride, and there is not much chop in the market. And usually on a Friday, the market is going to go one direction, either all the way up or all the way down. So there is a lot of traders, the older traders, the one that we've been trading together for over 15, 20 years. We wait on Friday till the noises come down a bit. If we see trend, we see trend. If we don't see trend, we sit on the side till all these noises go away. And Friday is a bit different than, you have to look on a Friday a bit differently than the rest of the week. Actually, Friday is a very good day to auto trade if you know the game, if you know how things is working. That Fridays are actually really good to trade, and especially if you scalp the market or you want to swing the market on Friday around 12:30, 1 o'clock. This is where really you start getting the hang of it. Let me get some instruments that some people can be related to. As an example, we have had earlier today on the NASDAQ, this is a very clean chart. We had some trades on the NASDAQ, but then the NASDAQ got caught in those area here. Fair enough. Now, if you see the 1 minute NASDAQ have took all those noises away and has broke all those areas here. And now if we want to magnify the 1 minute, and you can see is a very clear at the moment, is very clear to the upper side. And this is exactly what we have done yesterday. And the NASDAQ trade on the automated trade took over $1,000 on the NASDAQ on one trade. This is the same concept today. The market pulled back, the 1 minute auto trade took that trade, and let me show you this on the earlier today we had one trade. Earlier today we had a nice running day. Yeah. And now we are on the same story and the same concept. Again, the market is pulling back to the major support area. And now it is a Friday. So hopefully those areas here, it's not too late. If somebody want to try on sim, please do that. There is a major support area in this area here at 62.75, and is holding right there to the tick to our support line. And this is really an open highway to the Nasdaq if the buyers decide to move that market to the upper side. So this is a very good potential trade to hang on to until we can survive till 1 o'clock or 12:30 on a Friday, because this is where the market is gonna start deciding to take a direction before the market close on the weekend. So this is a very good area, double support line. And now this is your double support line right there. And this is a very, very stable support line. It is going to require some major news to break it. And this is really a beautiful, beautiful entry, whether you are auto trading or manual trading. If you want to look at the price action concept on the Nasdaq right now, on the price action is a little bit different calculation on the price action. So if we look at the price action right now, this is the same support line, but the problem is on the price action there is much more. This is a full automated or an ATM or a full automated trading. But the concept on the price action, if we wanted to let me try to explain what we do here. You don't need to learn a price action. You don't need to be sitting in a room for 1 year paying money to learn. All what you have to do, just keep your eye on those 3 lines. That's all what we ask you to do. What is those 3 lines? They are very easy it takes you maybe a couple of 3 weeks to start understand those 2. The trailing stop one. The trailing stop one. This is the trailing stop one comes with your automated trade. The trailing stop one, it is a minor support fib line. A minor support fib line. Now, if you want to examine the 1 minute, if you see the 7475 here, this is where exactly the market, look at it. This is where a key between changing the momentum in the market, long and short trade. This is the true average price right there. 9 out of 10, that number is going to be rejected, as you see here, and is going to be requiring a lot of sell position in order to penetrate those defense line to the long side. Now, if we examine this one here, it is just a fib line. This one here is just a fib line, has nothing to do with your price action. This one here, it is involved with your price action, is on a pullback re-entry, because in every trading since late 80s, early 90s until today, I'm doing the same thing. Identify trend, pullback, re-entry. I've seen a lot of action since then till now, but that has never, and it will never fade out. Identify trend, pullback, re-entry, whether you are auto trading or manual trading. This is our signal, the entry price. Now, it is the most important one is this one here, the trailing stop 2. The trailing stop 2, it is the key point between long and short on this Nasdaq, because anything, if it's gonna break this last defense line, that means you need to kiss the Nasdaq goodbye for a long trade right now, and it is a short trade. So now we are thinking long because we have something leaning on. As you see, we are thinking long because still we are leaning on the long trade. So this is going to cut half of the story on a trade in short or long. As long as we are above those level here, because this is a lot of defense, that means that we can concentrate on the pullback re-entry, not concentrating on anything else. Not unless the way we have taught you, let me look on the Nasdaq, not unless if you want to reverse the market, but as long as you know where's your limitation on the reversal, because also you have to understand what is your limitation and what is your target. But I don't want to complicate things. The hardest part is to relay this message to the trader in a very simple manner and not complicating things. So right now, we are not thinking about long. We are thinking about pullback re-entry. Once we see this, any given market, ES, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, DAX, once we see those areas here, and it is actually a very small area, this is where the disaster trading, this is where the most of the traders dive into a lot of problems, whether you are auto trading or automated or you are manual. This is where the confusion start happening among retailers, and this is a really, really important area to understand. Those areas here, they are a pullback re-entry. However, when you are using a MACD, ATR, momentum, all those basic out-of-date indicators following the market is going to point the market down, and it's going to tell you everything is going to be short, which is not true, because the market going back and forth, and we need to understand when there is a play in the market and when there is a pullback in the market, and when the market is just pulling back, this is an opportunity to go ahead and enter the market when everybody, all those retailers using a MACD, ATRs, they are short in this market because the ATR and the MACD, they're just simply following the bar's movement. They're not predicting anything, and in the same time, you are trading a future. So your indicators are based on the past, and you are trading future. That's why there is a high percentage of traders are not going to make it in the future trading if you are using that concept. The concept in the future trading is irrelevant what happened on the second bar. Anything happen on the second bar and back has no more meaning. The most important in the future trading is that bar, the first bar to the right-hand side. Not after the fact, not when everything happened. When everything happened, there is a lot of smart people that can analyze every single bar. Yeah, right. You know what? This is my wife's job to screw with my head. So don't screw with my head and tell me what happened. I have a woman can do that for me. Just give me where is this bar going, just tell me where's this bar going. Don't screw with my head. So what I'm saying is we don't want to get confused with this one here. We just want to know and predict where is this bar going. So this is where we need to concentrate on, and we need to predict where the estimation on this market is going or not going, and when the market is going in trouble or not. So this is where the Nasdaq story right now, as long as we are, if you notice, this is the true average price at 457. I know that, fine. And I see here there is a big mess, but I'm still thinking on a pullback re-entry. Now, this is the play on a Friday, which is very hard on a Friday. Right now, this is on the swing trading. We have a plot projection on 67.50, and now we got a new resistance line at 78.75. Very good. If we notice right now, because it's a Friday, this market right now getting between a projection and a support line is a matter of time before this market breaking out those area here. Once this market break out this area, there is no turning back, and we probably gonna be nailing some very high time. Let me show you. This is an example on the CL based on a pullback re-entry, which has crossed a lot of borders actually, and now he is fixing to break this projection. And the only one you need to worry right now about the CL is the 69.32. Once we reach the 69.32, it is a Friday, and if this market is gonna keep running to the long side, so there is a very possibility for that ES today closing around 70.13. So this is a lot of bread. On the way up at the moment, there is only a couple lines. And then at the end of the probably today, if this market is trending, we could be facing the 70.13 or 70.12. But right now, it is a start the CL to break out those level. And now the first worry we need to worry about is the 69.32. It's very easy to understand if this 69.32 is going to hold. If we notice on the CL, it did earlier. It did. So now we are climbing to that level to test it if we can break it. Very fine. So let's go back and try to see here on the CL on the auto trade having a short. There is a problem here, so we will look at the outcome on that trade here. This is a CL based on the swing trading, and I'll try to find that CL trade on the swing trading. Let's go back to the Nasdaq, because this is where most of the Nasdaq, and we'll keep our eye on the CL. Right now, the Nasdaq, we still flirting on the same number we enter, and we are about to break those numbers on the Nasdaq. We will see what happened. The market is just a bit slow, and we will keep our eye on those trade. There is nothing, actually, the market is dying on us right in front of us. So we will wait and see if we're gonna have some breakout in this area here. Right now, the projection on the Nasdaq is 67.25, and we got caught in this one. It is that, Mike, and 62.25. So it's a little bit dying on us. The market is a Friday. We'll wait. Most of the guys on a Friday, they try to start taking the direction around 12:30, 1 or 1:30. This is where most of the Fridays start trending the market either to the upper or to the downside. But, Mike, we still have to solve our problem even on a dead market. So we're going to try to figure out what's going on in this market. Even if it's a dead, not moving, we need to see how we can get anything out of it. So I'm going to be watching very carefully how we is going to this market, taking direction on those two. The whole market right now is in trouble, and we will see everything. It is in trouble, nothing moving. So we will wait a few more minutes, and I'm very sure we're going to have some kind of solution. Let me look on the ES. Let me see if there's anything on the ES we can do. Uh, it's just worse on the ES. So there is nothing at the moment on the ES. Actually, the kids went back to school, but this week has been extremely flat week where we were expecting those kids when they go back to school, we're going to have some movement. But the whole week on the market analyzer, the average was 250. Normally, on a normal days, beside the summers and the Christmas, on a normal average is around 500-600 ticks. This is the average on it. And this week, the market is really dead, and the average on it is only a couple hundred ticks. And this is a flat market, actually. So we will try to find something is moving here. The gold is moving, but I don't want to cover the gold. Most of the traders do not trade the gold. I'm trying to find ES, NASDAQ, YM, something cheap to trade. If you remember, we told you about those daily target. We usually hit those daily target. Normally from Monday to Thursday, we get them around 11, 12 o'clock. We get those daily target and we hit it right to the minute. And I said on Friday, only on the first an hour or two, we are done with the targets. So Friday, it is a bit hard. And we hope that we still can find the doors open on Friday to take some kind of trades. And I will be chasing it to see if we can catch anything on it. But I'm going to keep going on the NASDAQ, ES, and YM. So this is the swing trading trying to break out, and it's fixing very slowly right under our nose to break out as expected. So let's see what will happen. This one based on the swing trading. I lost the chart on the swing trading automated. I'll find it. I had it somewhere. I don't know. Let me see if it's here. I don't know. We'll see. Now we have the Nasdaq start taking off. Very good. And there is nothing holding the Nasdaq all the way to the 478. Let's say 479 even. 479 even. Nothing is holding that Nasdaq. Sorry, sometimes you hear kids. Those are, we have a school next to us. They'll let them out loose. So the NASDAQ is going to be at, if you are on that trade on the NASDAQ, is 78.75 is a very good exit. If you want to gamble more, it will be struggling around those area, but then the next target is 85.50. So we will see if I can find that chart for the auto trade. I will. The gold immediately closed position, just closed on the 1 minute, 1400. And the YM also on the swing trading, taken off. We will cover the YM later. Just sorry guys, I will find the Nasdaq chart. I don't know where I put it. This one based on a. Well, I showed you the chart a minute ago. I'll find it. Here it is. Okay. So we are on that trade with the entry was 65.50. I was not worried about it because I knew there's a little pullback. And now we are on that trade on that auto trade. And the same story on the CL. Now the markets start sneaking out on us. That's why sometimes the auto trade can do a better job than we do sometimes, because there we go. Now the CL is fixing. Once we close above those numbers, we are on a very nice ride on the CL. So this is very good on the CL 1 minute. But I like to see that bar closing above those lines. And there we go, taking off. CL traders, watch out the 69.22. The next level is 69.32. So let's look at it. And on the NASDAQ, we just start taking off. And now we have to worry about that number for the NASDAQ traders. The 79 level, don't put it on the 79 level. Put it a couple ticks below the 79 level. We'll see what will happen. Really dead market, but we're going to stay chasing the CL and we're going to chase the NASDAQ. We have some NASDAQ on the we have some different time frame on the NASDAQ, made $600-700 on those trade, but I'm trying to stay on the 1 minutes with you, but I can fish those charts for you. If you like to see them, I will fish them for you. On the price action, there is not much going on, folks. On the price action, there is nothing going on. It's a pretty much flat. The ES hit, Nasdaq hit. The rest is just struggling. There is not much on the price action at the moment. There is a pullback on the Nasdaq to the 67 level. Nothing is going to happen. And the CL, we are going to hit the 69.22 very soon. On the, there we go, 69.22. Those the swing trading has taken. And to our traders, please try to put those lines. And that is going to give you different on every trade around a couple of $100, guys, a day. Because instead of having this, there we go, guys, right on clock. Let me see. So when you are auto trading, folks, the auto trades needs, especially the swing trading, needs room, needs a couple bars, 3 bars. It cannot just fly and now on one trade. Nail on one trade $1,000 and not giving him any room to breathe. You gotta give him room to go back and forth. So look, guys, look. Okay, we crossed it. Now we have the second one here. It is we need to make sure that bar is closing above that line. The second line is 69.32, and the CL. If you're on a CL trade, watch out for the 79 level. immediately we can see on the controller the Nasdaq's DAX and a BitCL is going the proper way. So let's see, Nasdaq. Okay, oh man, Nasdaq very strong, very. I was expecting that movement after 12 o'clock, but very strong movement. And on the CL, also, you see, it is very important to see that bar closing above that line. It is. This is a cat and a dog here, and it is very important when you are automated trade. If you're happy what you see, you're not gonna be jumping in 5 minutes later. Close it, because this is the same story on the CL. There's a dog and a cat game here, so we are on that line. What you see above the line is noises. I like to see a bar closing above those lines. Then we are confirmed those lines are okay. There we go. If this, okay. Don't let it scare you on the CL. There is a projection. We have a lot of bread to go on the CL. It's not over yet. Neither the Nasdaq not over. Let's look what the price action is doing in the meantime. Wow, Jesus! Have you noticed since yesterday we made a couple thousand on the Nasdaq, and today we made another 1,000 on the Nasdaq. Let me see what's going on in. So this is a very nice. They're both on 1 minute, and 660 on the Nasdaq right now. And this is a projection, guys. Don't let it scare you on the CL. Pull back, nothing to concern about. Oh, brother. The Nasdaq is just flying. Okay, the next catch on the Nasdaq is 86 level. Watch the 86 level, please. If you notice yesterday, around this time, we have on the Nasdaq on the price action. I believe we had 179 ticks on the Nasdaq, and then when the market turned around, we nailed I think 70 or 80 ticks. I don't know. Go back on the video from yesterday. And then it hit another 160 in the afternoon. And if you notice, I've been trying to highlight the Nasdaq for some reason on the price action. The Nasdaq cheap to trade, and the Nasdaq it is fits very fine with that system here we have. And then we have the DAX is amazing on it. Yesterday made 3 rounds, and each round was a little bit over 1,000. So also this is a really amazing. I don't know. Let me see if I can see the DAX here. Okay, there we go. We have a trade on the DAX as well, and the DAX. Now we have a new target, so I will put it on the new target. We have a new target way above. So either let it look. Where is this Nasdaq, guys? Look, where is this Nasdaq? Look at my crosshair, and look where is this Nasdaq stopped, right there. So this is your play if you are using our swing trading. This is your play. It takes you 1 second right there, close position. The auto trade is not gonna close right now. The auto trade is gonna give this market a bit on the pullback. and you will not be getting the same amount. This is maximize amount on that trade. And now there is a pullback. Now, God knows if this pullback after this run is going to go back and hold on those level and going back and retest the breakout. Now we are flipping a coin here. I don't know, because this is a very nice run. And now the profit taking, you know. So there is two options on that trade. They could be the Nasdaq is going to go back to the 78, 75 and hold. And if it does not hold, we're going to be going back all the way down here. So when you are auto trading, you need to evaluate what you want to do. The auto trade is going to close eventually, but it's not going to be closing on the first, because it's not a dummy trailing stop. The only time the auto trade is going to close that position is when we are confirming that this trend is over. If the trend is not over, it's going to stay open. So sometimes you're going to nail it right, and sometimes the auto trade is going to outsmart you. This is very funny, talking about who outsmart who. As I said yesterday in the video, I have a gentleman, a very nice customer, a beautiful customer, but he have a lack of experience how to auto trade. And I sat with him for 1 hour on a team viewer to make sure that, because he scared me when he auto trade. And yesterday I showed him everything. I told him how to trade, to use the auto trade, and whether you have a $5,000 account or $3,000 account or $20,000 account, when you want to start scalping the market, to learn how to auto trade, you should make one contract and try to make the target 250. We can always reload that chart and go for another round. Any given market, when the market hits, you can go ahead and reload this chart and you can go for another round. But the whole purpose, I wanted this person to start and have a target at 250, so he will not stay all day long in those trades. And then the auto trade, once it hit the 250, is going to stop automated trading. And when I was teaching him, I really have a lot of respect for this man. He's a very sweet guy. He said, Sam, open the NASDAQ, Dow Jones. I said, no, I'm not. I'm going to make you concentrate on one chart. Yesterday, I was really worried about him, because what I told you, I had to sit with a guy. And I always try to sit with a guy first time trying to go live. So I believe he sent me something, and this is what most of traders, they don't have the... Yesterday, day before yesterday, I have teach him to use the B scalper, setting up the B scalper to 150 takes. And I said, which one you want to trade? He said he wanted to trade the NASDAQ. So yesterday he traded the NASDAQ. So I'm talking about sometimes the auto trade can outsmart you, and sometimes you outsmart the auto trade. And that gentleman, he knows how to trade, but he has no clue how the auto trades work. And for some reason, he's having a problem to see if he is in the market or not. And it is scary. So yesterday he sent me an email protecting people's privacy. He put the B scalper on the B scalper 150 takes NASDAQ. And thanks for helping me setting up the strategy. I did 280 because the target is 250. And then if the market on the last trade is in your favor, the auto trade is going to stay. And I think, look at this again. And I think I only closed one trade on my own due to the news. That scared the hell out of me. But thank you. It is better than I am. Of course, he's talking about trade. Then there we go. He whacked me again. maybe next week we can get together and do something with the DEX. I don't know if he meant the DEX or the FTX, and he wanted to start opening charts. So I refused to do that, and I told him I'm not going to give you support to get to jump out of the window. You want to when a customer have a system, I have no say so. He can turn on the DAX CL anything he wants. But if I see that customer is weak, he's not gonna get my support to activate all the charts for him, whether he gets his feeling hurt or not, for his own safety. Until I see that guy start hanging or start getting used to that auto trade, then I will start show him what he can do. Then we can open in ES, we can open in YM. But when I see a guy like this, I think I only close one trade. That means he has no clue what he's doing, and he will not get my support. And I told him in this email, I'm not going to give you support on that. You need to start staying for another week on that $250 a day. And then when I see him start hanging on it and start doing well, and then I start activating one more chart for him, and then I will activate one more chart. So guys, if I refuse to give any support, when I see you trying to jump out of the window, I'm not going to help you jump, and not because I don't want to give you support, but probably you're diving into something you're not aware of, and I don't want it to be part of it. And this is never stopped. For the last 7 years, 8 years, the same thing we have. Every guy, he said, okay, Sam, when they first come in, okay, Sam, I'll be patient. 3 days later, Sam, I want to go live. He cannot wait. He see green, he want to jump live. And the same story. If you're not prepared, you don't understand what time you need to trade. You have no clue if you are in the market. You think you are in the market. Then don't you think you need to wait a few more weeks before you go live? And so in auto trade, it's not to just turn it on like on a Friday. You have to approach the trade very carefully. And if you really want to auto trade without getting into this mess, as an example, today we have a spot. There is a potential breakout on the ES and the CL from the start. When we started this, we saw there is a potential. And we were right on this potential. But if I don't know what is the potential, maybe I will wait, till 12:30, 1 o'clock when things is calm. And then I'll turn on the scalper or the swing trading and call it off for today. Then get in and dive into a lot of problems. And if you go back on that video, that's what we said from the beginning. If we are able to break out those areas when we were here, we call that trade for you. And I told you it's not too late to get in on that trade. And if we have a potential to today, it's going to be unlimited. And that's exactly what happened. And it will happen the same on the CL. Now the CL is getting stuck between those channels. And probably there is a good potential for a breaking out. We will keep our eye on the CL. But this is a NASDAQ, and now we are over. This is the second day on the road. We are taking $1,000 trade based on one contract on the NASDAQ with the swing trading. And yesterday and today is the same number. Now we are 1,000. So again, the swing trading is not gonna miss any trade. Don't get scared. It's not gonna miss any trade. If this market moving, you will be outrunning the best guy in the town, and the guys are trading for 10 years. You're gonna outrun them. If this market not moving, you will be like anybody else, like millions not making money. Because if this market is not moving, where do you want the ticks coming from? If this market moving, you will be making money, and the entries are superb, and they are on 1 minute. Once your auto trade can run on 1 minute, can run on anything you like. If your auto trade don't run on 1 minute, forget it. All those freaking charts, they're nothing but just for the customers to look good, for the customers to look at. But in the reality, they're useless. So let's see, there is nothing moving on the price action. They all also on the NASDAQ, the price action. This one here, we hit it long time ago, and it was out a long time ago, and we are way above the numbers. But right now, also on the NASDAQ, we hit the target. Look where our target on the NASDAQ, we are hit it long time ago, and all this here, I mean, we cannot win it all. So now we are on 1,000 on that trade. I'm sure there is some traders from our traders followed me on that trade, the ones that are membership with us. If you are on that trade, still on the NASDAQ, keep your eye at the 86 level. 86 level, please. At the moment, from the last entry signal on the future, we are 385. Normally, it can go from 500 to 900 ticks on a normal days. But since we're summer, the market has not really kicked in, start moving like it used to. Because the summer, and we were hoping the kids went back to school, we're going to start see some movement. It seems like it got late a week or two. So I'm hoping by the end of August, we are out of this job market and we start going to see some serious movement on this. Let me see on the NASDAQ. Seems like on the NASDAQ, there is nothing stopping the 508.25. There is nothing stopping that one. I don't see anything stopping. On the CL is trying to break those level. We still having a problem at the 69.32. So there is a weakness on that CL right now. We'll keep our eye on it and see what will happen. I'm gonna keep it here to see. The scalpers are going in a circle. We have a losing trade on the CL on the scalper. Welcome to trading. The 30-year Treasury bond is struggling. The ES nailed 550, and the NASDAQ and on the scalping made 370. And the CL have one losing trade, and now the YM trying to recover, and the 30-year Treasury bond has not taken any trade. So this is not a lot of losses. And now the NASDAQ, we have an entry on the NASDAQ. This is really good news because we got this entry on the NASDAQ. Let's see what will happen. And CL trying to break this projection at 69.16. He's still 1 time, 2 time, 3 times, 4 times, 6 times trying to break out that number here, the 69.17. Let's see if he's gonna be. This is a support line. A support line on the NASDAQ. Okay, it's over. It's over on the NASDAQ. If this bar close to the below that line is over. The swing trading has not closed it, so should close it now. Probably if it's gonna cross. If this bar close it, the second support line is gonna be at 79 level. So keep your eye. This is a cat and a dog game here. Let's try to make it big. I hope you can see it. And it is very important that bar stay on top of that line. If this bar start closing below, we are in trouble with that trade. Oh, good. The only thing, you see the Nasdaq took that long here. I mean, would I take a long here? No, I would not. But like what this gentleman from the email said, sometimes the auto trade can outtrade us, and it did. So actually, that Nasdaq pull back. Okay, we'll see. The CL is still stuck on that line. Look, it's over. So when you see that trades and then getting stuck on those same line, look, that is aggravation. So it's time to kiss it goodbye and close it and don't get headaches with it. Because when it comes one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, six times, it's telling you the market, I'm struggling in this area. So close it and don't deal with it because it's over. I mean, a trade, if you're gonna stay too long on a trade and it's not doing well, might as well close it. If the market is a trending, sure, stay as long as you want all day long on one trade. It's fine, it's fun. But when the market come into one line and not able to break it six, seven times, close it. No use. Close it. This thing's is still climbing. The Forex is in trouble. A lot of troubles in the Forex. Very mixed market in the Forex. Silver, 32 ticks. We had somebody ask us for the silver. We put the silver for her actually, and 32 ticks on the silver. I don't trade the silver on Ninja. I never traded silver on NinjaTrader, so I don't know anything about it on NinjaTrader. CL down, 18 ticks. 30-year Treasury bond, 10 ticks in the plus. YM, 43 ticks. Nasdaq, 167. And ES is 34 ticks. Let's go back on the Nasdaq. That's it, the Nasdaq. And then we are hitting the 509. Amazing. Nothing. We have no trade because they all hit the target earlier. So we have no trade on the price action because they hit the target. So we have no trades on the price action. We did not cover on the last trade on the 1 minute ES. We have 575. So let's look on the ES 1 minute. A lot of you take those trades. And if we look on the ES, we can see where that line at 73. Let's look how is the market. So the next stop on the ES is 76.75 for the rest of the day. And 79.50 is the second level. So the first level on the ES, it will be 76.75, and the next one 79.25. And that is the ES. The Nasdaq did actually very well, and the gold has already hit the target long time ago on the 1 minute, 1400. And the CL, we have covered it. 30-year treasury bond. This is funny. The 30-year treasury bond going on the same direction as the ES. This is bad. I don't like that. The 30-year treasury bond is going in the same direction as the ES. 812. How in the hell 30-year treasury bond going in the same direction with an ES? Friday. On Friday, nothing makes sense. Okay, let me see where the Nasdaq closed. The Nasdaq one, oh no, this is an ES. Let me put the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq trade closed, and here where it is, the Nasdaq. Here we had, when the Nasdaq was trading in this area, we had around $1,000 on that trade. So you close around $700 on that trade. That's $300 out of the window. Let's chase a different market. ES closed also, is finished. So the ES closed and the Nasdaq closed. That's mean the market is about to turn around. And the CL still going in the same circle, and nothing has happened. So right now we are 343 ticks, and the scalpers are going in the circle at the moment. So now is 11:03, and by 1 o'clock this market, it will be smoothing out, and then you can pull up your guns with the auto trades, and you can trade those market. Because usually around 1:30 the market will start taking one direction, either short or long. God knows where it's going to take us. But if we look at the Nasdaq now, if you're coming on a Friday, you want to trade, wait 5 minutes. This is a very messy area. Wait 5 minutes, let it go this way or that way here. We need one of them, but this is a very mess. Wait to turn on your auto trade until we see some breakout here or here. You don't need to sit down, bang your head to understand price action, but that indicating there is a little turbulence at the moment, and we can stay longer if you guys like to see If this market gonna break to the downside, then we're gonna be nailing the trade to the downside. That's for sure. And we'll wait a few more minutes to see what happens. So the market is going in the circle. Still, if you take your time in the morning, you still can find a trade on an ESCL, and all of a sudden you start looking at open doors somewhere. We can dive into one or two trades and call it off. This is beautiful. This is really beautiful how this market played it. We had this run. We started from here when we started the webinar, and we predicted somewhere around here from the beginning, and that's exactly what happened. And the market, for the guys don't understand pullback re-entry, look at this. When the market broke down, pullback, re-entry, and going down. It can go the other direction. I'm not gonna say it could not. It can go to the other direction, but this is it. It's clear, it's loud and clear. The same story here. This is where your major support. We called that trade somewhere around there, and nailed some good takes on that one. The CL, we've been on the same circle for 1 hour. Close that trade. It's no use to sit down with it. It's over. Huh. The ES took a trade short. Look, the ES took again and again. Those zones are you find them on top of the. Let me make sure that everybody can understand that message. The auto trade took the ES short. Let's examine this short on the ES. We have modified the web. We have simplified it a lot. The fib zone has nothing to do with your package, because it costs money to put you on the server, and we're only asking $35, $5 to the PayPal. That will leave us $30 to give you a line. And the rest is right here. We are modifying it, and you get the, and I will go through details one day with it, and you get the NT7, NT8, everything in it. Scalping, indicators, auto trade. You get 2 licenses. One is NT7, one is NT8. This one here, the $35 zone, is not included in that package. This is the only thing is not included in your package. This one here is not included in any package. And some people, and then we add it here on this $35 zone. There is no automated trade included in that package, because we had some people thought we're selling auto trade and FIP for $35. I don't know what kind of pizza they think we are selling, but we're not selling auto trade on the FIPS for $35. We put it in red for you. Those fib lines does not comes any auto trades with it. We're not selling potatoes. So This is, let me see. I'm trying to find something, guys, but I really cannot find anything for. The only thing right now is running. I have is the 30-year Treasury bond, and most of you do not trade that. I have a few traders trade the 30-year Treasury bonds, but most of you do not trade the 30-year Treasury bond. And whoever trading the 30-year Treasury bond, he is on a different level. He have a lot of bread to go on those one here, but it's that the market is that there is nothing moving. There is nothing moving, and most of them hit the targets. So um, there is nothing. There is a few trades here and there on the three. This is the 3 minutes. Still on that trade. The 1 minute is closed, but the 3 minutes is still on that trade. I'm only covering the 1 minute. But on the 1 minute, there is nothing. We are already hit the targets, done. On the 5 minutes, we can cover that if you want. We wanted to. This is 1,350 on the 5 minutes on the 30-year Treasury bond. Mainly, I was covering the 1 minute, but if there's anybody still want us to follow this, let me put a chart on the 5 minutes. That's okay. Whether it's a 1 minute or 5 minutes is the same story right now. This one here, the Nasdaq on the full automated trade is a 5 minutes, and it is at 1,270 on that trade. And let me. And probably there is a potential about to close that auto trade this trade, but it's the same picture as the minute. Maybe on the 1 minute, on the 5 minutes is a much cleaner picture. We broke out those level, and the Nasdaq is hanging on that treble here on the 5 minutes. So I don't know where's this one going. And if we have a breakout, then this is your lucky day. We are on around $1,500 or could be $2,000 on that trade. But if you were following us on the 1 minute today, we called the trade for you and you nailed $1,000 on it. So I don't know why I need to dig into the other time frames, but as an education, we can keep looking at it. I don't have a problem with that. The ES at 3 minutes is the same story. We can cover that if you want to, but all the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes, they still on the long direction actually. And this is a very straight shoot up on that trade. And if we are breaking the 490, there's a potential for 508. So this is a lot of money on one trade. I don't know. Anyway, I will keep those, and I will take 5 minutes a break, and then we'll take it from there. If any of our customers you have a questions, shoot me in the Skype, and I will look at it. If something I can answer, I will be more than glad to answer questions on the trade. So give me 5 minutes, and if there's any of our traders have a question, please shoot it on the Skype. Thank you. Again, those are not to do with any the package. Those are with the individual, and if you take the yearly, there are 300 a year, so there are less than $1 a day. So I'm not gonna be. I mean, actually, this is nothing. It's just a promotion. We're not getting anything out of it, and I don't want to deal with it. But it is something that every trader, even if he is auto trading, and I'm trying to show whether it's on the 1 minute, I'm trying to stay on the 1 minute. But what I'm showing is that if you are swing trading or automated trading, that is going to make a difference on every trade, couple $100. I don't know. So it is up to the traders if they think this is important or not. You do the calculation. The goal today on the swing trading, we have a 3,200, 2,200 on the gold, and the Nasdaq 1,500. This is the $1,500 Nasdaq. ES 950, 1,030-year Treasury bond. Those. Uh, this is the ES. Also, the ES. It is flying on the 1 minute is already closed, as you saw that. So on the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes, we still have some serious trades still open. I covered only the 1 minute, but it seems like if you are a Nasdaq trader, we are hitting the 58.50. That's a lot of money. That's $2,000 on one trade on the Nasdaq, and that's as expected now is 11, 12, 20. Around the 12 o'clock, this is where all these noises start fading out from this market. The probability they have missed out a lot today because it was very hard when we started today. It was very hard to pick trade, and that's why I picked up the Nasdaq and the CL, and the rest I can see chop. I missed out on the ES. I didn't concentrate on the ES, but I immediately can see it was a potential on the Nasdaq and the CL. We cannot nail it every day. The same story. I was making a bet on the CL on the 1 minute, but it did not died on me. But I was right on the Nasdaq bet, to be honest with you. On the CL, the 1 minute, the market closed. And if you want to calculate, every time you want to see the market, folks, don't fool yourself. Yesterday, we used to trade on the Renko. We did in the trader room. We did the Renko to trade with the trend, but it didn't make sense because I went along with the traders. They wanted the Renko because it looks good. Now I don't listen to these noises. Yesterday, I was giving a support to a gentleman, very nice guy. He's a member, and he's using our system, the NinjaTrader 7. And I covered this one here with you guys, how to reverse the market. Okay, if we look on the ES right now, look, the ES is out of the band. Okay, this is an entry for reversal right there, right now, right here, right now. This is an entry for reversal right there, right here, right now. This is an entry, reversal entry. Even the auto trade is taking uh, the auto trade taking long and staying on the long. This is a reversal, guys. So I'm not taking it live. I'm just gonna show you. It is. I don't have the 7 right now on, but this is a reversal. But let me go back on the CL. I was making a bet on the CL for a breakout, but it didn't. It died on us on the way. First, it was struggling with the projection, so the CL actually there is nothing on the CL, and it died on us. Technically supposed to pick up, and it could pick up maybe after 12:30, 1 o'clock, but died on us. So I picked up the CL and the Nasdaq, and we did well on the Nasdaq, a little over $1,000, the series, but the CL, we didn't lose money, but we didn't get anything out of it. $300 on that trade, so there is nothing. Um, on the ES, if you are taking that trade, the one I just called for you, this is on a sim, guys. This trade reversal, you gotta keep your eye on this one here. This is the mid band. This is the mid band with all the targets. This is the first potential, and I doubt it very seriously. If you took that short trade on a sim, you followed me on that trade, you should consider exiting at the 68 level on this one, because it's over. So yesterday when I was giving support to this gentleman on the Ranker bar to trade with the trend, I kept trying to push him to the reversal, because after being using the 1 minute on NT8 since it came out, I decided not to use Ranker bar on NT8. I was really struggling reading the market on the Ranker bar, honestly, because it don't make sense to me. If and I know people, they're not gonna believe that, but maybe it is not the prettiest chart on the 1 minute, but that makes sense. This is the ES on the 1 minute. I know, guys. I mean, the beauty sometimes is not everything. You have to live with it. And if we look at this 1 minute, it's loud and clear how choppy this ES right now is diving into. A lot of it chops if he starts sinking into those lines. There is no trader is gonna make money. There is no automated trading is gonna make money. This is a really bad news right there. And the levels are very close to each other, that you fight with one line and then you have to fight with the second and the third. So right now this ES is untouchable, not unless if this ES decide to break out above those lines here. Anything below that line right now, the 73, is not tradable. So the only option, if you're trying to find something to scalp the market, this is things is sometimes probably there is nothing to auto trade with. Right now, if you tell me where you think I should activate any auto trade, I'll say the party is over at the moment until we see what will happen at 1:30. You know, and the market is going back and forth, and the scalping also is going in the circle there is really not much going on. The CL nailed it today, 700. There is trouble right now on the YM. NASDAQ is just trouble on the scalping, but the party is over in a way. So where can I find $100 or $200 trade? If this situation we are in, when the market is out of the band, like this areas here, we can always nail a trade and pick up this couple $100 if we cannot auto trade right now. Would I turn on the auto trade right now on the ES? No, because this is a trouble and the market has got caught in a channel, and probably whether you are swing trading or automated trading, you might gonna bump into problems. So this is the whole purpose. I'm trying for many hours. I'm trying to put many hours to get this trader to look 1 minute on that chart, have a little eye what's going on, and then turn on the auto trade. And nothing wrong with it. When I see this ES is going in a turbulence, then maybe I'll wave or I will wait. And it is very simple, like what happened yesterday on the NASDAQ. We waited till the breakout those lines. And now there we go. On top of that, we are getting a projection on the ES at 73.50. So one of the things the retailers, sometimes they do ABC, they take a trade and they make money. Fine. But then the same situation an hour later, they're not making money because they're not looking at this market in a different way. So now the swing trading took that trade, and I called that trade way earlier, short from here. So it's out of the band and taking that trade, and I know exactly what is this destination. Now it's confirming the 1 minute. We have a projection here at 73.50. So I know that trade. It's going to drive me crazy, but it's not going to go anywhere. Not unless that ES able to break now that new level. So there is a lot of problems on the ES. And whether you are taking long or short, you are flipping the coin right now on the ES because you cannot predict the ES which direction is going to end up in. I don't know. This is a trouble for me. Whether you are a manual or automated, this is a trouble for me. Would I allow myself turn on the auto trade in those situations? No. What I will do, I will wait to see a breakout. Fine, I'll turn on the auto trade and let them catch those trades on the pullback re-entry. And then we have a clean climbs all the way to the 80.50. So that's exactly what we have done with the NASDAQ today. So just a few minutes, be patient. Look at this. The ES is trying to break out that. I'm not sure it's going to be a good trade. Folks, it's 11:32, and I hope, I wish everybody wish a very nice weekend. If you like what you have seen today, give us a thumb up. And Monday, it is a private webinar to our members. And wish you the best weekend. And we'll go back online on Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. God bless you all and wish you the best weekend. Bye for now.